It's cool and crisp. You can't see a change in the ground yet, but the leaves outside are showing us that the season is changing with the red, yellow, and orange. And today is November 29th, and we're at the dawn of December. We're on the dawn of the holidays, and we're on the dawn of Christmas. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most distinguished guests, what kind of Christmas will you have this year? What kind of Christmas will you make it this year? Now, first of all, Christmas is a very fascinating word. Not everyone believes in Christmas, and if you're one of those people, you can replace the word Christmas with holidays. Let's pretend I'm saying it. But what is Christmas, really? I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of person you are, whether you're Christian, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all going to get together in December, we're all going to have time off, and we're going to spend some time with our families. And that's what it really is. It's about celebrating and spending time with our families, right? So when I think of some common words with Christmas, I think of, for example, Santa Claus, Noel, God, the Grinch, for various reasons, because they're all part of our stories and our lives. But where does Christmas come from? So Christmas originally started from a guy named Jesus over 2,000 years ago. Whether you believe he existed or not, I'm pretty sure a person named Jesus was born, and somehow somebody made a story about it. Whether you believe that that's the Son of God, I mean, certainly that would be a cool day to pick to have a holiday, is the Son of God. But what it really means is about celebrating with family, right? I mean, you're all going to be there, you're all going to hug your family, you're going to say thank you for being such an awesome support, thank you for loving me, thank you for putting up with me. That's the most important. And you also are going to love your friends, right? Most people say you should love your friends. So you should remind your friends how much you love them. And I'll tell you something, that there are friends out there that will not put as much effort as you put to them. But it doesn't matter. It's all about giving. And it's all about being the best you can and reminding people that you love them. Now, one more thing. What about enemies? You know, our new president, Donald Trump, I just started reading his book that he did like 20, 30 years ago. And the 4th chapter in, he said that he used to send thank you cards to his enemies. He used to be in real estate, and sometimes he'd work on a client, and then it didn't work out. He still sent thank you cards. So remind yourself, maybe this is a time where you could say hi to an enemy. So how are we going to share Christmas? How are we going to share the holidays? You know, there's many different ways you could do it. I mean, you could go out there and just do what you got to do, show up to your family's house. Maybe you could ask them if they need help. Maybe you could do a couple extra things, like go out to a community, talk to some more friends. I'll tell you something that I do, all right? Every year, because I'm in business, I have over 100 clients. So every year I call my clients, and at Christmas time, I actually try to go to their house or meet them for a coffee, and I try to say hello, see their kids, see how they've grown up. And it's funny, because if you were to ask me if I'm really busy, I may not really be busy doing my own work, but I just make time. And after 4 or 5 hours visiting clients, driving over, I might be exhausted. My wife might be like, what are you doing? You're just doing nothing. But for me, it's important. And whether I give back a little bit to those people just by sharing a little bit of joy, that we can spend some time together, reflect on old times, talk to each other, how much we appreciate each other, that's meaningful to me. But what will you do that's meaningful to you? Now, remember I said about your friends and enemies? Wouldn't it be a good time in Christmas to tell a few friends how much you love them or how much you like them? Maybe a friend or an acquaintance that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe someone that you have not spoken to in a while. Maybe someone you'd love to forgive. Now, that would be awesome. Now, think about how awesome it would make you feel. Now, what will we do? Now, when I think of, okay, so what will you do? Well, let's do it. Let's plan it. You know, we have actually 4 weeks until Christmas. more or less. I don't know the exact days, but 4 weeks until Christmas, you could plan what you want to do. You could decide a few extra things. You could share the holiday spirit, and you could give it back. When people see how motivated you are and happy you are, they'll start becoming more happy. They'll start becoming a little bit more motivated. But you can't get anything done unless you plan it. I'll tell you a cute little story. A couple years ago, my mom's kettle broke, so she needed a kettle. Now, I planned it. I mean, obviously, one of the ways to give back is give gifts. Sure, gifts, love, hugs, whatever. Some kind words. But I wrapped up a $15 kettle and I gave it to her for Christmas. And when she opened up on December 24th, we had a good old laugh that I got her a $15 kettle. Well, you know what? I planned it. And we had fun. And I knew it was going to be fun. And I knew it was meaningful to her. So think about how you will make it meaningful to the people around you, to the people that love you. I mean, isn't Christmas or the holidays about people saying they love you? And isn't it about others reminding you that there are other people that love you as well? Or they care for you or respect for you? So get in the holiday spirit. Make it fun. You know, if you plan Christmas, if you plan a little bit to be a little bit more giving, and you do it well, then you're going to feel it so much back. Think about you guys at Toastmasters. I mean, we come here every week. Whatever you do on Tuesdays, you spend a little bit of extra time just to come here, and it's more valuable. You feel part of a community. Now imagine you gave back for Christmas, or your family, or friends, or people that you don't even know. How much better that would make them feel, how much better that would make you feel. So I say, let's go out. Let's make this Christmas an awesome spirit. Let's show everyone how fun it is and how good it is to feel back. Let's go make some magic.